All right, cool. AI can talk to you through voice agents, but what does that really mean? What can you do with it? What can you build with it? If you are a developer or just an AI enthusiast or somebody who's just curious, in this video you're going to learn some real practical applications of voice AI demoed through solutions that I've built. You're going to get some actionable insights about how to build with Eleven Labs and N8N and some other softwares to create high value, super practical voice agents that solve real problems in the world. So what we're looking at here is the actual tooling, the backend tooling that I exposed to my Eleven Labs voice agent in order for it to take actions on a construction schedule and help me monitor and manage it as I go through the life cycle of a new home build. So first I'm going to pop over quickly and just show you the Eleven Labs agent. Originally I was using Vappy for most of my builds, but I had issues with Vappy is just a little bit too low code, no code. I was really frustrated because they didn't let you edit tools as JSON, and also for a couple of other reasons. They don't have as much widget customization. Vappy doesn't really, it's not as easy to make that voice agent feel like yours if you're building it for an enterprise solution, which is what we are doing. So anyway, this is the Opulence voice agent, and this is, in other words, what I call the executive assistant. If you've seen any other of my videos, then you'll know that a lot of my master scheduler builds, or anything I do that has to do with, anything I build that has had to do with a construction schedule, I usually have an agent that's in charge of making edits to the schedule and running different optimization queries on behalf of the contractor. So essentially what we're doing here is just giving that agent a voice. And then we're outsourcing its tools to N8N. So a couple of key things here. Of course, you have your system prompt you can write in here. You can choose your LLM, you can choose your temperature. What I really, really like about Eleven Labs is how easy it is to create tools. So they allow you to create webhook tools or client tools. But what's really cool is their MCP integration. So N8N exposes what's called a MCP trigger, which basically, if you go over here to integrations, it allows the agent to, whatever agent I connect to this MCP server, they're able to see all of these different tools immediately, and they're able to use them seamlessly. So I use the MCP for looking up certain task IDs, for creating Google events, and then I use actual webhook calls for more complex reasoning or complex queries that I need to be carried out. And I'll actually demo that right now. So what we're looking at here is our dashboard. This is about the third iteration of our dashboard for new home builders and construction. This is what they'd see when they want to generate or create a custom schedule, and then this widget over here is what we use for them to interact with the voice agent and actually take certain actions on it. So the main actions that we've given them through this voice agent is what I call schedule optimization. So you can ask any question about different durations or dependency types or critical path questions to the schedule. And the agent's going to help you reason through and suggest fixes in order to navigate around that issue. It's also able to make edits to the schedule. So say it suggested a fix to the foundation and concrete cure. Maybe that's going too long, or it's going too short, or something's getting in the way. The agent is able to suggest potential fixes, and then it's actually able to go implement them based on your feedback and your approval. It's also able to write to your Google Calendar, and then all of these other Supabase nodes are basically, it's updating our database, which informs our front end. So first I'm going to do a demo of that, and then I'll actually go here and speak about my RAG pipeline I created for the voice transcripts.
Hey Royce, how can I help?
Hey, how's it going?
Living the dream, just waiting for you to throw some scheduling chaos my way. What do you need help with tonight?
Can you look or just kind of give me an overview of what we're looking at here? What's this schedule for, and what are the 3 milestones?
Here's the quick rundown. This schedule is for a residential construction project, and it's got all the usual suspects, starting with notice to proceed, then geotechnical survey, soil test, permitting, and so on all the way through to owner walkthrough. The 3 big milestones are notice to proceed, permit approved, and certificate of occupancy. If you want details on any specific phase or want to know what's holding things up, just say the word.
So I see that the roof finish, roof plumbing, roof electrical, and roof HVAC all start as soon as the house wrap and flashing is done, as well as windows and exteriors. I'm curious if there's any ability to pull these tasks 2 days earlier. Would it make a conflict if we actually started all of these 4 tasks in the middle of the house wrap and flashing?
Let me check if starting those 4 roof-related tasks 2 days earlier would cause any conflicts. Give me a moment.
So what we're looking at right here is it's running a schedule optimization. And I'll show you kind of the reasoning behind it. It'll then return that data to the front end, and the voice agent will then read out what these agents in N8N reasoned about.
Good news, you can start roof finish, roof plumbing, roof electrical, and roof HVAC 2 days earlier, overlapping with house wrap and flashing and windows and exterior doors, without causing a schedule conflict. The only catch is you'll want to watch out for trade stacking, weather exposure, and making sure the house is weather tight before you let the roof MEP loose. Want to move forward with this change or need a more detailed breakdown?
So what we're seeing here is you can see the query that it fed in. Can we start roof plumbing, roof electrical, and roof HVAC 2 days earlier, overlapping the middle house wrap and windows exterior doors? Would this create any conflicts or issues? And then we all merge that into a list. This is basically returning the correct schedule. And then it goes here to what I call, this is basically the agent that does most of the reasoning about it. It's called float optimization. Is one of the things it can do. But yeah, it essentially, it will propose 3 different solutions and potential ways to actually implement them into the schedule, and then that will be returned to the voice agent to tell to us. And over here, we're looking at what this schedule is running right now, or what this agent's running right now. It's the edit schedule. So we're using a query parser and then an actual implementer agent workflow. So the query will come in, and the query parser is going to create a set of commands for the schedule editor to do, and the schedule editor is simply tasked with following those commands. Could you add 2 days to the house wrap and flashing task, please?
All right, I'll tack on 2 extra days to house wrap and flashing. Give me a second while I handle that. That was me updating the house wrap and flashing task to 4 days like you asked. If you need anything else changed, like dependencies or start dates, just let me know. What were you about to say?
I was going to say, could you go ahead and add an event to my Google Calendar that says check in with concrete subs, and I need it for 12 p.m. Tomorrow.
Got it. I'll set up a calendar event for you to check in with the concrete subs at noon tomorrow. Hang tight while I get that on your calendar. The event to check in with the concrete subs is now on your calendar for noon tomorrow. Anything else you want to add or change while we're at it?
No, we'll call that good. So this is just a quick demo of what this agent is capable of. We're still in the early days of actually nailing down this this chart view. Right now, the agent actually just makes updates to the database, but it's not reflected in the front end. So this current sprint is that's what we're working on. But yeah, no, kind of like the overall product vision of this specific executive agent is to not only just have reactionary responses, but we want it to be proactive responses to where the agent can send push notifications to your phone and say, hey, you got time for a chat? And it can kind of update you based on your conversations with it. And just it in our head, we're building this tool to ease the mind for general contractors. Yeah, kind of ease their mind and give them a tool that can help sort through all of the crazy busyness that they have. And then of course the front end of the product is new schedule generation based on a whole question onboarding flow guided by voice, which then generates a new schedule. So the one last thing I want to highlight before I kind of wrap up this demo is the RAG database that I created, or the pipeline at least. So you'll see after each time I finish a conversation, I get an error and I get a succeeded. Now the error is because it's sending over the raw audio file. So it's sending over the raw audio file and that's not able to be parsed. And we're not actually storing the audio file. So there's a setting in, I turned it off in 11 Labs, but it's still just sending it over, which is fine because maybe in the future we want to do something with that audio file. But for the text transcript, it gets sent over like this. We go ahead and parse it. And then we upload that entire transcript into our Supabase voice agent vector database. So our agents actually have memory between each conversation, which is super cool and super useful. But that is kind of what I have for this demo, and hopefully this kind of shows you what's possible with AI voice agents. You're going to see more to come. We've been working like crazy on making this entire product experience super fluid, and we're just starting to get our feet up under us. So I hope you guys enjoyed. If you're interested in more, you can check out some more videos. You can also go check out the Opulence website if you are a construction company owner and are looking to start your AI strategy journey. We build specifically for you guys, and custom solutions or even our, pre-made solutions, we got you covered. So thank you everybody for watching.